Whew, okay, what is going on, guys? I'm doing my review in my living room again because the lighting is kind of better at the moment. Plus, I'm trying to get this done in my allotted time so I can go study later. So, after about a month in theaters, I finally got to saw Crazy Rich Asians at my local theater in my college town. And let me tell you, I don't know why I waited so long, but I want to go see it again, but I know I can't because I'm on a tight budget. But yeah, if you guys already know the plot, it's based off of the best-selling book series. There's like 3 of them, and basically it's about this girl named Rachel Chu. Her boyfriend's a billionaire named Nick Young. His family is one of the biggest in like Singapore, so they go to his best friend's wedding, and basically Rachel meets the family. They like meet a family kind of thing. I'm gonna be eating this ice cream sandwich because it's about to expire next week, so I need to get through all of it, guys. If you're in college, you understand that once you get food, you gotta eat it through and through. That is money you putting into that. So, can I just say about this movie? It related to me more than I expected it would. Like, just with the aspects of like the characters, like with Rachel, she is Chinese, but she was born in America, and it's considered like in outside countries that you're technically only half of what you are. And I relate to that in a big front because my parents are from Congo, but they immigrated here before I was born. So I get that from like Rachel's side. I also understand Nick being like the eldest child. You're expected to be like the leader of the family as the oldest child. I get that so much. And it also made me think about whenever I bring home somebody to like meet my family, and they may not be African or they be like American or like another race, like this is what I predict would happen. I'm like, are y'all predicting my future right now? Like this is really, like it related to me more than it did, and I really love, that's one of the things I love about the movie. But let's get into the movie in general. Also, there might be mild spoilers, and maybe just full spoilers, because I waited too long to do this review. Anyway, so we start off with basically in 1995 in London. Nick, his sister, I think, and his mom and their nanny basically go check into a hotel, and they're being turned away by the staff. Merely because they're Chinese. Now listen. I'm pretty sure if you're someone of color, you have endured that all the time. Like, honestly, I remember a time where I was shopping in Lenox. If you're in Atlanta, you know Lenox Mall. I went to a store with me and one of my friends. We were dressed in, like, basic summer clothes, like shorts and, like, a nice top with very cute sandals. And this lady, they were following us through the store. And then when I went to the register, I was like, it's final sale, and, we're going to $100 something. We ought to take anything off by any chance. I'm just like, what makes you think I can't afford it? Like, dang, like I understand that because there's been so many instances where people who in high established places, there are people that are used to not seeing, people of color involved. And it was so funny because I was expecting, like, someone who knows them to be like, what you doing to this family is one of the richest ones ever. And it turns out the guy in charge was giving his hotel business to Nick's parents. And I'm just like, oh, that's good. So I'm just grabbing a napkin. So we cut to present day. We see Rachel teaching a class at Yale. And we meet her and Nick. They've been dating for a year. And he wants to bring her to his friend's wedding. I know, my room looks so ugly. He wants to bring her to his friend's wedding. She's a little bit hesitant, but Nick convinces her. And someone spots Nick and Rachel together. And it just introduces this whole gossip chain that is around the world. Let me tell you, my family has that gossip chain. I swear, I can't tell nobody anything in my family because it'll just go bop, bop, bop. I'm in 3 family group chats that I did not put myself in. So basically, we see this whole gossip chain. Basically, from this picture, they're looking at her up on Facebook, trying to find out who she is, and she's like, "Oh, she's a commoner. She doesn't have any money. She's not from a family." And then Emma gets back to Nick's mom, and not even like 5 minutes after, Nick gets a call from his mom saying, "Are you freaking coming to the wedding?" I'm like, oh damn. It's gonna be one of those where like, okay, the mom is gonna be very, very precautious. Oh my god. So, cut to them flying at the airport. They're in business class to Singapore. Rachel's in complete shock, and that's when Nick tells her, "Oh, my family has money." Now, I'm not just show some side eye to Nick, because I'm just like, dude, you're basically feeding her to the wolves, because it's a common girl. She went to college, worked her way up, and you know that your family may not approve of her. You didn't want to know ahead of time that you have money. You could have prepared her at least not. I mean, you prepared her on the flight of what to expect, but you could have prepared her at least. Like, come on, you've been dating for a year. You didn't notice? Now, we get to the airport and we meet Nick's best friend and his fiance. Sweet girl. Honestly, she is instantly in love with Rachel. Nick's best friend, you know, he's that go-to guy that's kind of like a brother for him. You know, you have your best friends that kind of like your lost twin. That kind was mine. And what we find out later in the movie is that Nick was originally supposed to move back to Singapore a year ago prior, but then he met Rachel and he changed his mind. So that's kind of where the resentment comes from the mom, because she meets the girl, is like, "You're the reason my son didn't come back?" I'm like, ooh, man, this is interesting. So we have a couple like miniature storylines in there. We meet his cousin Astrid, and you know, basically she's married to a common guy too, but like she has to basically hide her money to make him feel more of a man. And then we find out, you know, he basically is cheating on her because, you know, basically because he feels inferior to his wife. And then just like, damn, okay. And you know, she does find out, and she's just like, okay, you know what, I'm tired. I shouldn't be trying to hide my money and make you feel like a man. I shouldn't have to down myself lower and turn down jobs and turn down events because you're ashamed that your wife came up with something and you came with nothing. But in all actuality, she chose you over the money, dude. Like, that thing that annoys me is that men feel like inferior to women just because of money. It's just like annoying sometimes. But yeah, I'm probably gonna go for the mini storyline. Awkwafina is hilarious in this. She plays Piglet, and her dad, Mark Cho. Oh my god, he was hilarious. But yeah, her and her family are like the new money kind of people, and you know, their house is freaking ginormous. Their mom is hilarious. Like, they remind me of like those like my grandparents. Like, they are just so funny, and like they try to like speak. My grandma loves to try to speak English. She's getting better, but it's just so funny, and she knows it's funny. So I'm just like, man, they remind me of them. So we get to the engagement festivities, one of which is the bachelor and bachelorette party. Now, this bachelorette party, I was just like, oh shit, something's gonna happen. Turns out Nick's ex-girlfriend comes over. For one, why don't you bring over an ex-girlfriend? And then basically all these girls who don't like Rachel, who are potentials for Nick, basically put a dead fish on her bed and read and lipstick, "Catch this bitch." I'm like, yo, what were we in high school? Like, what were we in high school doing this? Like, for real. Like, y'all a grown woman, for crying out loud. So we get to the wedding. Rachel has a complete makeover by Piglet and one of Nick's cousins. And, you know, she just shows up beautiful. But then after the actual ceremony, during the reception, the mom and the grandma basically confront Nick and Rachel and basically drop a bombshell that Rachel didn't even know. Basically that her mom was married. Her dad is actually alive. Her mom was in a affair that basically conceived Rachel from a classmate, and basically that's why she left and immigrated from China to the US. Rachel had no idea of this, so she was a complete shock. The mom was thinking, oh, she hid the secret from you, so, you know, we can't have her in this family because she just lies to you. And I'm just like, dude, what makes you think she... I'm just like, oh my god, like, Jesus, man, this is traumatizing to Rachel. And I'm just like, she ain't gonna want to marry into this family. It's insane. And so we do see Rachel's mom fly out. Turns out Nick flew her out of the goodness of his heart because he feels horrible for what happened. And we don't really see him and his mom's confrontation at all. But then we find out that Rachel's mom was in an abusive marriage. She sought comfort from a friend, and that's how she got pregnant. And she knew that if her husband found out, that he would basically kill them both, literally. So she packed up and silently immigrated to the U.S. with nothing but her baby. And it's just like, wow. Like, it reminded me so much of my mom immigrating. Though she wasn't pregnant at the time. It was before she even got pregnant with me. Her and my dad, they had just gotten married. They immigrated to the U.S. to go to college, and they basically had nothing. Even though my grandpa helped them out, they had to start from the beginning at the bottom. So it just reminded me so much of like my mom, and it made me want to call her. I'm like, Mom, I am so lucky to have you. I'm grateful for everything you've done for me. And it's just like, it makes you want to be thankful for your mom. I mean, if you're a kid of an immigrant family, your parents and your grandparents gave up a lot, and it makes you feel something. It makes you feel something. Like, you're always feeling that, but in this movie, I felt that. So, I know I'm jumping off topic a lot, guys. It's just a relatable movie to me. Anyway, we get to Rachel and Nick's mom. Basically, well, before that, Nick actually proposed before Rachel left. And we see Rachel and the mom together, basically saying she turned down the proposal and that she's letting her win in the game and with Nick, because she knows that it would hurt Nick more to not have his mom again, because she basically let her mother-in-law raise Nick while she was working with her husband, Nick's dad, to have a life for the family. So Rachel was like, I don't want to lose him, but at the same time, I don't want to lose his mother for good. So that is a selfless thing that she did. And she saw some admirability in that. And she even went as far as to go to Nick and tell him to go fight for his girl, and gave him the ring that his dad got for her, because the mother-in-law didn't want to give her ring to her son to propose to Nick's mom, because she came from a working new money family, just like just from the front, like the front. So, you know, we see the proposal on the plane, and she says yes this time. There's a huge engagement party right after it, and you know, that's how the movie ends off. And it's just a feel good movie, and I can't wait for the sequel to come out. So anyway, let me know if you guys saw the movie. I know those reviews hella late, but I got out anyway. Let me know a movie you want me to review next. Anyway, it's your girl, peace out, my love, and have a great weekend.